Hello, guys. Today we're going to be cash stuffing $1,477. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start with our luxuries binder since there's only one thing that we need to do in here. Also, I don't have the overhead light on. I'm only using the light from outside. So, yeah. Electronic devices right now has $400. And we are going to add $60 today. So 50 and a 10, 60. So electronic devices now has 100, 200, 300, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 420, 430, 435, 436, 437, 438, 439, 440, 450, 460. All right, so 460, and that is correct. So we added 60, and it has 460. All right, so we're almost to $500 for electronic devices. 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, now we're going to go ahead and let's move into our living binder. So for our living binder, we'll just go in order. So gas is going to get some money today. Right now, gas has $160. So we're just going to add $50 to gas today. And gas has 100, 200, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210. All right, 210 in gas. So 210, and we added 50. 160 plus 50. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gas is good to go. All right. And I am back. Well, going back to work. Next week is our first week back. So yeah, that's why I'm adding a little more to gas. Buffer is not getting anything. Groceries is not getting anything right now. Eating out is not getting anything. Actually, it is getting something. I'm going to put eating out is going to get $6 because it's at -2 right now and we need to get it out of the negative. So let's do $6 in here. So this should have $4. So I'm going to put this to the side. So plus 6, and it should have 4. So I'm going to grab 4 ones from the additional cash tray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I just needed to do it that way to make sure that the $6 came out from over here. So I'm going to set that to the side. All right, so $4 in eating out. And I believe household has $1. Okay, the last envelope is rent. So we are preparing for August rent. So right now rent has $500 in here. We are going to add 810. So 500, 600, 700, 800, 5, 6, 7, 8, and $10. All right, so rent now has 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, $1,310. So 1,310, and we added 810. All right. This in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So rent is good to go. And that is all in the living binder. So now we're going to go ahead and move on. Let's go to the safety binder next. So in our safety binder, Our bill buffer, we're gonna go ahead and add $22 in here. Right now, our bill buffer has $2,078. So we're gonna add 22. So 20, 21, and 22. So that should be an even 100. All right, so bill buffer now has 1,000, 2,000, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right, so $2,100 in bill buffer. And we added $22. So let's get this in. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay, and then we're not adding anything to emergency fund. It's still at 2,000. We are gonna add $220 to car maintenance. Car maintenance right now has $100. So we're gonna add 100, 200, and 20. 220. So it should have 320, and that is what it has. All right, so 320, and we added 220. And you guys see just how fast I write on myself. All right. And then we're gonna add $7 to health expenses. Right now, health expenses has $293. So again, just getting it to an even number. So we have $5, and then 6 and 7. All right, so this should be $300. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. So $300 in car maintenance. I'm not car maintenance, $300 in health expenses. And we added $7. All right. And I am so glad that we went and got our annuals before we left the city we were in, because now that we're down here, obviously everything's more expensive where we have moved to. And so that was a good thing on our part. I'm glad that we did that. All right. And then Family Crisis is not going to be getting anything today. And then the last binder that we're going to go into is our Future Blessings binder. All right. So for our Future Blessings binder, starting with our Prepared Place. And I noticed on the last time that I cashed stuff, I colored in one of these, but I really should not be coloring in until we get back to 800. So I think this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is now 900 because I colored in one and I was not supposed to. But for our Prepared Place, we are going to be adding $123. Right now it has $547. So let's get it. All right, and we're adding 123. So, we're adding 1, 2, 3. 100, 20, and $3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now our Prepared Place has 400, 500, 600, 620, 640, 660, 665, 666, 667, 668, 669, 670. So 670 in our Prepared Place. 670. And I'm just going to 547 plus 1, 2, 3. Okay, beautiful. That is correct. I'm actually really liking the outside light because you can see the calculator. You can see the calculator. When I turn the light on, you can barely see the calculator, and I don't know why. It's like just not a good angle, I guess. All right, so let's get this in. And again, I'm not going to color in on this tracker until I get it back to what it was. And we're almost there. All right, now for our promised arrows, we're going to add $50 in here. And I'm just going to make sure that this tracker is right before I color in. But we're adding a $50 bill to our promised arrows. So in our promised arrows, we had 490. Now we have 100, 200, 300, 350, 400. We have 500, 520, 530, 540. So 540 in our promised arrows, and we added a $50 bill. So we have 490 plus 50. Okay, 540. That is correct. Okay, so now 540, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, divided by 50. Should be 10 icons colored in on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to color in one more. Okay, so this one was actually correct. Let's do this light green. Let's color in another one of the cradles. Okay, so this one is accurate and good to go. All right, so let's get this back in here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go to our learning fund. So as I've told you guys, I started my master's. So the goal, or like what we agreed on, was that we would do $10,000 of student loans and we would pay for the rest of the way. Because before I started, I calculated like how much it would be. It's a little over 10K. So it's like I think my first semester was like 2,600. This semester, fall semester, is like 2,800. So it's like between 26 to 2,800 each semester. So I did my summer semester, which was my first semester. I took out $6,992 in student loans, and then this was the refund that I got back. So I took that, put this into this envelope, and then my fall semester, I took out $3,000 to cover that semester. So we are at $9,000 already. So that's basically the cap. Like I think we have like $8 before we get to 10K. So that's it for the student loans, which means that we have got to be adding into here to be able to pay for my summer semester, because this will cover spring semester and it will cover some of summer, but I need to make sure I have enough to cover all of summer. So if the most it'll be is 2,800, then of course we need to add more. So yeah, all that to say, we're going to be adding 129 into our learning fund. Right now it has $4,310. And so yeah, I do think that that is good. Like when I went to into my portal for this semester, the fall semester, well, yeah, for the fall semester, they were trying to give me back like a $9,000 refund. I literally emailed them and was like, no, y'all need to change. It's only 2,800. Why would y'all be trying to give me that much money? But I know that's how they keep people in the system, so I understand, and that's why a lot of people have so many student loans, because they don't know they can modify it, or they don't want to modify it and they just want a big refund. But I emailed them and let them know, like, no, I only need what I need, which is to cover this, and maybe $100 on there for books that I might need, but that's it. So I'm glad that we are doing this. I'm glad that we're going about it in a responsible way. But yeah. All right, so this should be 129, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So let's add this in, and then I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, 125 cents. I was gonna say I was gonna use the calculator for this, but I'm just not going to count these. I just need to count this part to see what it's at, right? Yeah. So 300, 400, 420, 430, 435, 436, 437, 438, 439. So 439. 4,439, and we added 129. Okay. So, and let me just do my math while that's drying. 129 plus 310 is 439. So that is right. So let's add this in, add this, and here we go. All right. So that is all that I have for you guys today. That is all for this cash stuffing. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. And until next time.